Hello guys, TanTrum's here. This is the second part of the gameplay video with the Echo Fake Mage. I hope you enjoyed the previous video. If you didn't see the part 1, there is a link in the description. And so here we go. So here I'm against a priest. So when you're facing a priest, you first have to identify if it's a control priest or a dragon priest, which are the two common priests you face on the ladder. There are still some Talnost or Velen priests, but it's like friend priest or make priest, but those are not that usual. So we can assume that it's control dragon priest. When you mulligan, as I told in the previous video, you are mulliganing for Doomseer Frost Nova. You have to wait the right moment, just not too early, because then you can't play your Molten after a certain amount of time and you don't have that crazy value against their board. And also, if you wait too much, then you can just die, and don't be too greedy, because they also have direct damage, where either they are control priest with the Okenai plus the hero power or Light of Nau, or if it's dragon priest with the Blackwing Corruptors. So here we see the Injured Blade Master, so it's obviously a control priest. So we got the Mad Scientist in the early game just to have our secrets. I think we got, there is Ice Block and FEG here. Here nothing to do, so we just can we can ping it's either the 4/7 or the 2/8. Just the 4/7 is a bit more threatening here. No reason to ping phase, because I could have ping phase, but it doesn't really accomplish much. And pinging this force sometimes them to just heal them back, because they think that you have something to just remove it in the few turns, like with the fireball or something like that. So you just lose a bit of tempo, playing around the thing that you are not going to do. And it doesn't really matter, because if it has 4, 7 or 8 for you, you can just Doomseer Frost Nova. So here the question was, do I Doomseer or Frost Nova or not? Here I don't play this, because if you do this, you are still at 24 HP. You can play your Molten just the turn after. And also you want to have a good value, like having it on at least 3 big creatures or 4 medium creatures. So here it's perfect. He commits in the board. He assumes we have no Doomseer Frost Nova, so he tries to rush us down as quickly as possible, thinking that we may be Freeze Mage. But he didn't see Ice Barrier, so he may not play around the Moltens. So here is the right time to Doomseer Frost Nova. I could also have Cone of Cold, but sometimes it's great because you can get the value of reducing the health of one thing. And here I just wanted to make the traditional Doomseer Frost Nova, and also here, as you notice, we are at 15 health. So as I told you before, it's like between 12 and 18, it's the perfect amount of health. Like the 12 or 16, it's the perfect amount of health, because then you can start playing your giant. And if you have a duplicate or FEG setup, you are not scared to lose your giant with having nothing. So here we got a Doomseer coming from the Deathlord. It's not that bad, because having Alexstrasza would have been maybe worse, because then we don't have the secret and we didn't have the duplicate, so Alexstrasza was a bit lost. And apart from FAG of Echo, apart from Echo Alexstrasza later on. But this Tempo Doomsayer enables us to just deny his future turn and just getting extra time to prepare our Molten turn. So here we can either Molten or Alexstrasza. The thing is that you have to play also, there are 2 things that you have to keep in mind. It's to try to play the highest cost minion on one turn, because then you have a more flexible turn with the Molten plus another card. If I play the Molten, I don't play anything, or I can play the counter spell, but it's not that amazing. Though if I play here Alexstrasza, then next turn I can combine the Molten plus a Cone of Cold, or Molten plus a counter spell, which is more flexible. So you have to think to play the highest cost minion, and also to think of your future turn. So here he put the thread, like to try to contest the Alexstrasza on the board, but here as you see, he is already at 20, and we can just literally in a short amount of time Of course, you don't want to greed too much against the priest, but here getting the effigy, you can. There's two ways to approach this turn. You can either draw some cards and play your Molten, or but if you do this, then you can maybe heal and trade your Extraza. You get another creature. Um, you can get another creature, but if he has another removal, you can just remove your like both creatures and you're just having one. Here, I think the most aggressive play is the best, because even if he like playing the Molten and just freeze the board, because if he plays the Lightborn, for instance, he just destroys board, and then you just have lethal. I mean, you just have another repop of one of your big minion, which is Alexstrasza here. So you get a 9-drop just after this. So this is, I mean, this is really nice. Because with like another threat, you can echo then Alexstrasza. It just loses board, and you have another minion just ready for him, and he's at 14. You can get like a 8 attack minion. He's like at 4-6 HP. He's like really in danger of death, and he loses his both of his early champions. Yeah, First Seal can be a bit annoying because he can get Frost Nova, Ice Blocks. Those are the two cards that are really a bit bad for us. And as you saw, he didn't have the light bomb. He just had the Shadow Ward Death, and with the effigy, there's no way he can deal with our board effectively. And having the effigy is like, it was better than the duplicate here, because we just have like a charge minion for the next turn. And that's how you play against the priest. You Doomsayer Frost Nova. I mean, you mulligan for Doomsayer Frost Nova Mad Scientist. You try to have your Ice Block, but that's not. You don't need all the time your Ice Block, but it's better to have it. Then you wait the right time to make your Doomsayer Frost Nova, like turn 6, turn 7. It depends if he plays it slowly or not. If he plays a crazy villain target, you can just Doomsayer Frost Nova on 3 creatures. Then when you are in a flow after your Doomsayer Frost Nova, you play your Giant with a backup duplicate or effigy, and wait for your Alexstrasza and stall, develop your big creatures with and wait for a good echo turn. But this matchup is really is quite easy. So here against Druid, it's the contrary. It's one of the toughest matchups. So you're mulliganing for the Mad Scientist, as I in the I have shown in the previous in the first part. The Molten are also nice against Druid, because since you don't play that much creature, if you don't have a lot of board, they are just going to rush you with the expanding on the board and then roaring, and you without the Molten with the Moltens, if you have a taunt, if they use their combo and then you play your taunts, they may not have the answer if you have an effigy on a giant. Apart from having a BGH, and since you got an extra giant, he will be forced to trade all his board and will not have the combo to clean it, because he just use it after. So here, just playing on the curve, playing Mad Scientist, we drawing, and then playing trading. Here I wanted to have some options, maybe like I could have traded before to increase my chance of thought during secrets, but at the same times I've like those secrets doesn't really matter if I draw my secrets, because since I've got to counterspell in this list, I also don't want to have the counterspell put randomly on the board, because the best way to beat a Druid is also to be able to play your counterspell at the right moment when you feel there is a combo, or to prevent a swipe or thing like this. And if you get it randomly, it's a bit worse. So here, just go for the trade after. And this works pretty well, because I don't want to. I want to try to play my secrets in like as I want, and not decrease the chance of getting randomly a bad sequencing of secret. So here he is developing quite a strong board. He has the double rank cards with the Darnassus and the Wild Growth, so it's a bit annoying because next turn he can already boom, and here I'm just at 4 mana. And next turn he can just have the lethal with just one roar, because roar is 8, is 9 plus the other creatures. Like he has of course he has the lethal. So just go for the Cone of Cold, which is better than the Frost Nova, because more mana efficient, and I just get rid of one of his of two of his creatures. Here I'm just in danger of dying, but we've got the Molten here. So of course we are going to play the Molten, because next turn like we have to react to this board and to play also it at the same time aggressively and defensively. We don't have the sun free, so we can't really protect. So here there's we can either Molten plus plus Force Nova plus Counter Spell. Torrisan here is we can also Torrisan plus the Molten, but then he can trade our can just have lethal, maybe with a swipe, and then pop our ice block. It's a tricky turn. Here playing the heal bot here accomplishes nothing, but because he can just have the lethal with the combo. So I guess counterspelling with the Frost Nova is the best play here, because it didn't if he got like Force of Nature plus Innerve the combo is just totally right. If he goes like for Druid of Core plus Innerve the swipe is also right, because he popped the block high. So here, yeah, counterspell, not a crazy value, but still we keep the water elemental, which is really annoying, because if he plays like a stun boom, we can just kill it with the, I mean not kill it, but freeze the boom with the water elemental and set up a flame strike with it. FEG is quite nice, not that amazing, but it's also nice because it enables us to just have a direct minion. Like if it take a BGH, destroy the giant and gives us another giant. And here we got a really nice card from the unstable. Like I had so many bad cards from the unstable on this like in this Stray Queen, so I was a bit happy to get at least one good. So here it's really perfect. So the question is, do I Argus the Molten only, or the Water Elemental? Here, in fact, if I got the effigy on the 4-drop, it's not that bad, and I didn't want him to pop the ice block. Like I want to really prevent him to pop the ice block before I got an eco or yeah, an eco, because with the eco it doesn't really matter, because if he pop I can just eco, play a giant, and then put my other ice block, and we just have lethal with the like in 1 or 2 turns. Though here if he pop the block I'm not really good, because he can trade the giant. If he start trading with the water elemental before, I just have a 4-drop, not having giant in hand, not having big threat in hand, and it would be a game over for us. So I prefer to just avoid the pop of the block, and so avoiding him to use the combo yet. So here this Enchanted Fire is a bit annoying, because we are forced to use our giant with not getting FAG value on it, or Echo of Medivh, but we couldn't do nothing about this. We are at 8, so it's quite tense. If he use the combo here, we can still next turn play the heal bot plus the ice block. And so here, as it's shown, yeah, he's playing the combo, and it also buff our guy. When you have the board against Druid, it's really nice. Of course, it's a common thing, but particularly here, this matchup can be either played defensively with the Molten in backup. You would just wait for a big swing with the Molten, Sun Fury, Frost Nova, just after you play the combo, or you can just play the aggressively when you are able with the unstable with the FAG, just to get bond control, and then it just instead of training your board, is just going to try to rush you down in one strike, and after that you have your combat cards, and he has not that much card in hand. And with this strong board, even if he plays big creature, we can still trade and wait for our big threat. And if he tries to expand on the board to try to make a roar, we just have the flame strike. Yeah, and here the Druid is forced to play defensively, which is really nice for us. And we just here, so we have like 13, so we are 1 off, I guess. So yeah, just going face, we freeze this minion, even if he silence it. Yeah, he can get the lethal, like with silence roar. Is 7. He could have lethal, but then it just died because it's ice block. So no way for him to kill us. So he's just going to stall, but like rushing this guy. But yeah, we just have lethal by trading with the 5/5 plus the Argus plus the mad scientist in the face, and we just win this game. So that was a tough matchup. So here, as I try to have your Moltons, try to have your Holy Mad Scientist. The thing is also to try to set up a nice board clear with the Frost Nova. With the Frost Nova plus the Flame Strike, the Doomsayer Frost Nova is really likely to be countered by a keeper, because they, with two silences, they, each game I played they had at least this guy to silence the Doomsayer, or add like a swipe plus was, or living roots, and just to edit in it. Sometimes you can play your contested spell, play just one turn before your Doomsayer Frostova, increasing your chance if there is a Drake to not have it been to not at it killed by spells, but they also can keep her. So you can do really nothing about this, and that's why a tempo Doomsayers, when you are able to do it, because it's a bit hard sometimes, because Druid has always one creature that can deal with it on the board, like a Druid of Claw plus a Wrath would kill it. But sometimes when they don't have that, when you manage to remove their board, you can just play a tempo Doomsayer, and then just the turn after you play Torisan, and you start getting the board control, and that's also a way to win against Druid. Of course, it's a tough matchup, and you really rely on your Molten Giant and on some kind of taunts, and them having your playing the combo, and you just playing either Alex Straza just after, which is really nice against them, or Ilbot plus Ice Block. And wait for your Echo of Medivh. If you have just one giant and you are forced to play it, like sometimes you're forced to play it, but when you are not in danger of dying in one or two turns, or in one turn, try to wait at least one turn of to get at least an effigy or a duplicate on your giant, because if you lose your giant, then you just rely on a big top deck giant, like in one card on 15, something like this, to get your other giant to recover on the board. That's the thing you aim. So here we go for the next game. So it's okay. It's a paladin. Is likely to be a secret paladin. There are some mid-range paladin at the moment, but the main paladin I meet are secret Ladin. So in this matchup, the Doomsayer Frost Nova is really good against them, because if they have no odds, sometimes they don't run all, and just really few of them runs equality, and they also need a weapon with it. When you play it at 5, you can either play it at 5 and deny them to have their Doctor 6 the turn after, and then playing your Doctor Return, for instance, or you can just wait for them to play their Doctor 6. But the thing is that if they have Repentance, if you play your Doomsayer on the Repentance, if they have just one weapon or one Consecrate, this can wreck you. So the thing is to try either to test the Doctor 6 board just one turn after they made it, to be sure it's not Repentance, or if you saw one at the in the early game, you know that it's not a second Repentance for like at 90%. And if it's if you're not sure, just play Healbot just to be a bit safe. Go up with your life points, and then just play your Doomsayer Frostova with a bit like increasing your chance of destroying his board. That's how you do it, because it's too risky. If you lose your Doomsayer or Nova turn against them, you will likely lose the game, apart from you having double Molten plus Echo plus Sentry. Okay, and in this matchup you don't feel that much the equality consecration combo. So they sure have one consecration, but the equality is really uncertain. So here we've got a really nice Torisan value, because if we can Torisan, we can still play the Flame Strike next turn. So we have really here it got Repentance. It's I would say it's some for us, but at the same time it avoids our Doomsayer to be Repentance. And also we like, it's not that the thing is not to have Torisan staying on the board. It's just to have the value directly with the reduce of the flame strike, because flame strike is like an instant Doomsayer Frost Nova. I mean, kind of, because it can kill above 4 else, but against the party, apart from Tyrion and Belcher's or Oreb and Dr. Six, it just destroy all his board. So here he put us at a 10. So it's the perfect occasion just to play our double Molten, play our duplicate, so that even if he equality consecration, then we just have two extra Moltens. So, and of course with Frost Nova, because we have double Frost Nova in hand. So in fact in 2 turns he is dead with this play, and if he has no answers, like he would need an Aldor, but in this list it doesn't run Aldor. If it's Secret Ladin, and it seems to be it with the Repentance. So here we just play the heal bot, like to be sure that he doesn't proc the block with another weapon or thing like this, and we just go face, playing another Doomsayer, another Frost Nova, and we just end turn. And as you see, having the Moltens in this matchup, like Doomsayer, Frost Nova are the most important cards, but here we didn't even need to play them, and the Moltens plus Frost Nova, as in every matchup, is really strong, because here it just, like, he has good creatures, very nice creatures, but with the Frost Nova it just denies all his plays, so he's trying to block our giant, because he's dead otherwise, because here we would have to coin plus send a giant, and we would have like 11 in face, but we just have the ship. So polymorph, we have 2 in this deck, and just go face, go for the 3 before, okay, in case of noble, and but we see next turn that it wasn't noble, and you just win like this. So in fact, when they rush you, you just, if you have the Molten, you feel free to just slam your Molten with a duplicate. Just to make sure that if it's equality consecration, they don't remove all your board, and you not having anything to play after. And the Frost Nova, it's like face hunter. You summon giant, you Frost Nova, you go face, and if they have no board clear, you just win. That's the only thing you have to play around is when to play your Doomsayer Frost Nova to not having it been Repentance. Also keep your polymorph for Theon. If you have Doomsayer Frost Nova, you can keep the polymorph in the beginning end and the mulligan, and yeah, playing sometimes around all, and you in this matchup you have to play also aggressively, because you with the Molten, if he has with no Aldor, with no equality, this matchup is really for you. So here it's tempo, it's likely to be either tempo mage, either some mage. So I commented this gameplay on a previous video when I made a series on mage, so you can just skip in the future, like in 10, you can just go and skip towards the 10 future minutes to get to watch the next game. If you already see this game, it's against Casino Mage, and if you didn't see it, I'm just going to recommend it for you. So in this matchup, it's the same that against the aggro games. It's you have to Doomsayer Frost Nova for the mulligan. You have to get the also the water elemental if you can, just to bait the fireball. If you play your Doomsayer Frost Nova at turn 6, if you get your frost elemental, your water elemental just 1 turn after, you can bait the fireball, which is really nice. The threat of the deck is Antonidas and the Flame Waker, because with the Flame Waker sometimes you can just destroy your literally your Doomsayer. Okay, so here he expand on the board. We play just in the curve, water elemental. We've got 2 flame strike, which are really effective against tempo mage, because they have low HP creatures. We don't have still our Molten, so we can just sustain and play some, like, commit in the board with the heal bots, heal, and it gives us extra turn. So here this Spellslinger gives us Pyroblast, which is that's why I don't like when I play tempo mage. I don't like this guy, because it always gives for me it just gives amazing spell for my opponents. That's why I don't play it. Here is putting us a lot of damage, so we may like Doomsayer Frost Nova next turn, but Doomsayer would not be that needed because we have the Flame Strike. If we let him, if we don't play the Frost Nova next turn, we are just dead because we have no ice block, and so we are forced to to stall a bit with this. We can set up as a counter spell or duplicate. A counter spell is not bad because in the next 2 turns he may try to kill us quickly with a fireball or thing like this, or may want to draw and then we can just counter spell. Here we have nothing to duplicate, so it's great. I mean the duplicate was not that effective. We got the Doomsayer. Here, of course, we play the Frame Strike. Even if there is a 5-1 remaining on the board, this is not that huge threat because if he fireballs, we have the counter spell. So it's definitely Casino Mage with the Grand Crusader. He put us at 9. 9 is really like we are in danger of dying, so we just played the other Flame Strike. We have no other play here. We've got, and here Alexstrasza is really important in this matchup because after removing like 1, 2, 3, I mean 2 times his board, he has not that much creatures left, and you can just play Alexstrasza on quite an empty board, and you just make your comeback and win easily the game. Here, as you see, Casino Mage can also run ice blocks, so you have to be really careful and about this deck because it can surprise your line of play in your game plan. We have no more Flame Strike. Here we are forced to Alexstrasza because we are not going to play FAG with Mad Scientist. That would make no sense, and so we just play it safe with double Fireball. Like of course he would have it, but it's really unlikely. Here he goes for the Rag, so nice Ragnaros, which puts us at 3. And here, so here is a really tricky turn because I'm just going to stand by. Here there is only one way to avoid dying in this game. If we go for the trade with Alexstrasza on the Ragnaros, there is still 4 damage plus 5 with the overpower. We could at least like we can do nothing because we could taunt. I mean, like a Doomsayer taunt, but this is really bad. It's like a losing play, and we just I would say if he has just one Frostbolt, we are just dead. So this is not the great play, and we also I mean this is too greedy. There is just the only way here in which we can win is even with the Pyroblast and the Ragnaros, it doesn't accomplish anything because then you have to trade the 2-4, and there is the 2-2 remaining plus the ping. He is at 3 and we lose. Here we have to assume that this Casino Mage and he runs like FEG or Mirror Entity in his deck list. So the thing is to trade the Alexstrasza in the Mad Scientist, hoping for Doomsayer, hoping for a Mirror Entity. Then we play our Doomsayers. The Doomsayer just pop on his side, so next turn he just loses his entire board. Then we play a duplicate to get a duplicated Alexstrasza. Then we can play a Mad Scientist plus an FEG, so we are sure to get, because we play the counter spell before, we are sure to get the ice block, and so next turn we will have the double Alexstrasza, another creature with a 9 mana cost directly on board, plus we have the pop of we have the ice block which is set, and this is the only way you can here live correctly, I would say survive correctly. So here's the troll is after removing Ragnaros, we just get this Executus Majordomo, so here double Alexstrasza, which is like game over for him, because with this even with Anthony Dice, we can just remove Anthony Dice plus playing the our Alex Stroza the turn after, so it's really really great. Yeah, this guy has really knows how to top deck, but like here we have many answers. The best way to do it is like to Pyroblast the 7/7. It could be also yeah, it could be counterspell. It could have been FAG or counterspell, and here this guy just made a super big counterspell. So yo, yeah, I mean it's too ready to go face here. Even if we have the ice block, we have to trade this guy, and so we got Ragnaros. He has his only remaining threat, or like Anthony does, but without with just one card is really it's really unlikely that he can make it. Um, so he got this guy, and this guy enables him to like to proc the block. He could have also double ping his boombot, but it doesn't really matter because with the Archon Missile, yeah, it's sure to get the pop of the block. So hopefully we played the Mad Scientist the turn we played the Doomsayer, so we get that ice block. Otherwise we were dead, and then we can just here Alex Stroza ourselves to play it safely, and here nothing kills us. Like he could pyroblast us and then yeah, run his boombot, makes 4 now in our face, but like he doesn't play pyroblast in this list. And here it's like game over for him, because we can just from this moment he has no way to burst us down, so we are just going to attack face with Alex Straza. Here starting to trade is not that great, because you have also to finish the game quite quickly, because with the rip-offs and stuff like this, the more you wait, the more they can have some surprise burst, even if he has one card per one card. So yeah, just the unstable first in case we get some heal bots or stuff like this, but doesn't really accomplish like in this game is already ours. So we played I played this Con of Cold. I could have played the Dragon Consort before, because if the boombots made 4 in our face, then with just a fireball it can kill us. It was a bit greedy for me. And of course I don't play here. I would never play the hero power, because if the hero power goes into the shredders, then he gets an extra creature which he can attack with. But the thing is, he can get a Doomsayer from it, and if he got the Doomsayer of it, even if it's one chance on 84, I won't take that risk, because it would ruin my entire game. I mean, I still would have one extra duplicate, but it is an unnecessary risk to take. And here with the Alex Rosa we just have lethal. So when you are in such a head, don't trade the Shredder ever, because it can just wreck your whole game just with bad luck. And here yeah, this was the fight of Ragnaros, and the Ragnaros hero power win. So let's go to the next game. So here we go on the next game. So I usually on the ladder you face a lot of secret party hunters at the moment, and this deck is great against both of them. When you're playing against hunter, you are mulliganing always for your Moltens. For if you have the Moltens, you can keep Echo and Sulfury. Here I had two great cards. I could have removed the Echo and the Sulfury, but those are two cards that I will need later on, and so I take a bit of risk to keep them, because I'm also in a favorable matchup. Like face hunter is like 60% for you, and you can also afford to take a bit of extra risk just to completely destroy them, because Echo of Medivh is or Sulfury is really is often a win condition. And Healbot was also a great card, so all the 3 cards were valuable cards. So I decided just to keep them, because they will be useful later on. So playing the Mad Scientist in the curve, of course. We see the Secret Keeper, so that might indicate that it's like a sort of aggressive hunter, so face hunter I would say. But at the same time, he played the Web Spinner. So I'm a little uncertain about what it's at the moment, so we have to wait a bit more. So we see the abusive, so might be hybrid or face for the moment. Like he's really really wanted maybe to have an aggressive start with all these one drop cards. Playing the water elemental, an annoying creature for all the weapon classes, and how to deal with 60 HP. Uh, with this Wolf Rider, we are sure now that it's a face hunter, really one of the most aggressive face hunter that you can meet. Um, here we have we've as we saw like the previous turn, we have the Molten, we have the Sentry, and we have the Echo, plus the Wheelbot to play the turn after, or maybe the turn before if we want to gain extra time. Uh, we really have a nice end, and when you see this end, you just have to not mess up. I mean, to have your ice block set up, and just to avoid dying stupidly. Here he plays the flare, which is annoying for us because it, if he had played it when we had the ice blocks, that would have been really bad for us. But he played it now. I think that might be some kind of duplicate or mirror entity, but and just through one card, I guess. But that's fine. They usually run only one. Here we can already play our giant, and that's what we are going to make. We could either taunt, but here I prefer just to remove this creature because he has no more. I mean, no more charge. He could like make the unleash the horns, but unleash the horns is not that great because just like it's 4 plus the weapon. It would have dealt 6, and we still have the healbot plus the Sunfury. Here it just gives us an extra mana, and now we just have to trade his board, like Water Elemental in the 5/2, the 8/8 in the 2/1, and then we can I would say it's we may Healbot effigy. Like we can play the Selfree just a turn after, then taunting 2 cards with the like which one will be the Molten, and then Echo, and then we have Echo on Sunfury plus Healbot plus the Molten, and this turn if he just finds a way to deal with the Molten, like with the Unleash plus the Hunter's Mark, we just have the effigy, which make our giant come back to life. So here is the play. So we trade Leok, of course, because we don't have the turn in the next 2 turns, so we can play slowly, and Leok can buff creature, so he's annoying. Can also unmaster it. He can use kill command with it, so it's bad. He got the Buzzard. He has 2 mana, so he can't play the Unleash with it. That would have been a bit funny. Yeah, that's not a threatening board for us. So as I told last turn, this is the correct play. So we just taunt the boss. You play your Eco. Really strong play. And then so you get an extra taunt, an extra Molten, an extra heal. You're really fine about this. Just trading the board. We don't want him to draw here. Trading this guy would have been a bit of loss. Like we could have been and trade, but here we are in really nice position, and we can start to go face. Even with like a kill command to pass through the giant, we can just die. Or quick shot, we can just have an extra Molten, and if he kills the Healbot, we just get another 5-drop. So that's really nice for us. So here he is going for in the giant, of course, because he wants to remove the biggest creature, and that's going to wreck him. Like here, might be Hunter's Mark. Quick shot, okay. Just quick shot this. Thank you for giving me an extra Molten. And then what are you going to do? Like he is going to run the spider and hoping that it's going to kill our Healbot. And it goes face, so like it was 1 chance on 16, but this guy is for sure a face hunter. And now we got even an extra Healbot. I think the best way, like we could trade all in his creatures with our creatures, but that would be a bit of loss of damages. Yeah, I look at the Gembot because we can buff if we trade with the Healbot in the Knife Juggler, we can buff it. But here, I think just playing the flame strike is okay, and then going face with because maybe it might be like sort of snake trap, and with the Juggler it can be annoying. So we could attack face with the 2/3 before, but honestly, just flame strike his board is really like we won't have that much value with the flame strike against this this archetype because now he just has one card and we can just expand on the board even if he has Unleash with two cards like Unleash, even Knife Juggler Unleash, like he has to pass through like 15 health plus dealing 11 health, so impossible for him just playing a leper, a loser, a loser gnome who got even an extra Molten, so no way for him to deal with all those giants. It's as a like if it's bear trap, I can then trade with the heal bot. Okay, so it's explosive. So yeah, I could have traded the heal bot in the 2-1 and then attacking with the Sentry and attacking with the other Sentry and ping. But honestly, here I'm too far red. So just trade with the Lepek Nimsh and play another heal bot to be super safe. We had 13, no way for him to kill us. Like even if he has like quick, yeah, he can't even quick shot kill command. He can't draw with like he could have like quick if he had one card like quick shot then get a kill command. Nah, he couldn't have like draw and even web spinner to deal like 10 because yeah he hasn't enough cards and that's game over for him even with extreme lake and best of EU with the hunter's mark he managed to kill one giant. GG man. Yeah, as it's shown here, this in this matchup you're really favorite. You just have to mulligan for your Molten, for your so Moltens. Here I even keep the Sentry as you saw because it's really combined well, and when you have eco, the taunters are really awesome against the face hunter because sometimes they didn't even run the hunter's mark, so they're just wrecked. And even with the owl, I mean you have so many giants that they can't deal with. It's not like it's that mid-range hunters that sometimes with the Iman and boom they can sometimes trade with your giants, but here no way for them to deal with them. And just play super safe with your when you don't have ice block, and when you have it you can just wait for your big echo turn with like one giant and one hit button on your board or Sentry plus a giant and it's GG well played. So another enter, like this ladder is full of enters, I guess. But this time it's Aleria, which is slightly different. Here I keep the Molten and I keep just the Molten. Here Doomsayer also can be okay, like if I play it on turn 2, with the first Nova it's not always amazing because they can have the ult, so that denies your your Doomsayer, but if you play it at turn 2 or 3 after an Animal Companion or a Knife Juggler, you can also gain some time, so here yeah, I decided to keep it. So here it's either ping the Knife Juggler or play my Doomsayer. I I just play the Doomsayer just to prevent him like to play like two abusive sergeant, like it could have dealt 7 and then I would have just be able to ping one to ping like just Knife Juggler. Here it just prevent him to have anything on the board, and then I can just draw on a free board without feeling to take that much damages. I've got one mortar, but since I don't have any taunt or taunter or Alexstrasza, so I can't really be super greedy with taking too much damage. And here I can use this Doomsayer was okay, because if I wait one more turn, then after an Animal Companion and with another creature, then he can trade easily with the Doomsayer. So it's like in really early or nearly never in this matchup. So we don't know yet if it's like yeah, with the Leopard Gnome it's and the abusive, it's for sure a face hunter or hybrid hunter. He doesn't even like here he had the trade with the 3-6, but of course if it's face hunter he's going to face. We are already at 7, so next turn with Zero Power we will be able to play the Molten. When you play this matchup against face hunter, you also need to play your ice block a bit quick, a bit I mean not too late, because then when you will need to make a crazy turn with your Molten, if you're not able to play your ice block, then you will take a lot of risk for with him having direct damage and killing you through your turns. So it's here, it was either ice block plus a ping or heal bot. I wanted to have some like the heal bot gives me 8 lives, and at the same times I can freeze this minion and also have a creature on board, so next turn I can just ping and recover on the board. So I prefer to play it a more board controlish. Yeah, he is going to silence his 4-1 just for the crazy value, and even kill command my face, so he has lethal next turn. So you're really going aggressively. Here I can it's either I can flame strike this turn, so I could Doomsayer Frost Nova or just Frost Nova plus Ice Block. But I preferred like to because next turn I could have also like next turn he would have like Hero Power, then I could have Flame Strike plus plus the Giant. But if he plays an annoying creature like a Noreb, or like if he played Lotheb, I was wrecked in fact. Or if he plays like a Shredder or thing like this, with the repop, it's a bit annoying. Here, I can just destroy all his board and prevent him to add any other minion. He could have played maybe the creepers, but still, they were not that amazing to just slam on the board. So, and here I can just start to pressure him with the giant. So the play here, I can play giant plus heal bot plus the Echo of Medic the same term. So the question is, do I giant plus the boss trap, or heal bot? And here the heal bot is better because if I play the ice block, he may pop it, and I prefer like to be safe and with the heal bot and just set up my ice block Echo of Medic next turn. So he's going to deal at least 5 in our face, plus maybe a charge. No, okay, no charge minion. So we are at 11 here. Maybe, yeah. We are at 11, so not killing the heal bot means that it's not freezing trap here, so it's as explosive or the snakes, or maybe some kind of bear trap, but I think it's explosive. Here, of course, we have a nice value with the Echo of Medivh, because we can echo, get an extra heal bot, get an extra giant, and just after play our giant. So here I choose to pop the trap before playing other thing on the board. So it's an explosive as I anticipated. So, and next turn we just have lethal, so we are just going simply to play our other giant and then to play our ice blocks. This way we are sure that he's not going to kill us unless he has flare. Like with flare he would have 7 damage, he would need like flare plus an extra 2 damages, but I assume that if he has flare, then I'm right. But yeah, you can't always play around flare. Like I made flare like 1 on 15 games, so it's really unlikely, and here it's just going to put us as low as possible. And here it's certainly an explosive trap, so here make sure when you are in this position, when you have the lethal and the ice block, to heal before. Like here if I hadn't the ice block, I would have been forced to just trade the board like with flame strike and pass, because I would have died with the explosive. And so here just lethal, simply lethal with the giant echo. That shows you another time that giant plus the echo plus the heal bot are the must keep cards in your mulligan. And the Doomsayer Nova add some kind of value here. Okay, so yeah, just going on the rampage of Hunters. Yeah, against face hunters, you already favorite with this deck. If you meet a lot of face hunters, just try it, as it's for paladin or zoo or those aggressive decks. And guess what? Another hunter. So let's go for this like third or fourth hunter. I don't even remember. Here we've got the Molten, we've got the Scientist and the Doomsayer. I choose to keep the Doomsayer because last time he did pretty well, because he destroyed the Knife Juggler and prevents him to play other cards the turn after. So why not why not keep it? It's a good anti-aggro card. And here we've got the Echo. So having the Echo the giant and the ice block to be sure to have the ice block on the game. It's like you are here at 70% to win the game. Another Doomsayer here, but here we want to accelerate in our deck, so we are going to play the Mad Scientist so that it can set up like a nice block or counter spell or thing like this, and so we will not draw those cards in the future turns. So we don't know yet if it's a face hunter or an hybrid or mid-range hunter. We've got the combo Doomsayer Frost Nova, so that can be a thing later on. So just playing Ice Block first so that we increase the chance of having so that we don't have another Ice Block. So we got Effigy. Effigy is not that bad because if we top deck like a heal bot, then we can play heal bot, heal for 8, and then if he trades in it, we just get an extra 5 minion attack. So Effigy is always good against Hunter in the early game, because sometimes if you face like even some face hunter will trade an annoying creature like something like that can freeze you, or if it's hybrid they will trade at the beginning, so it's always good to have an effigy set up at the beginning. Here a tempo doomsayer, I could have played the anima golem, but it would have died of course because I would have had only 1 minion. This portal is not it's still okay, but I don't play that much creatures, so it's not amazing. It's not amazing. He has an aggressive push up here, but still we are at 20 HP turn 5, so that's not that low against a face center or hybrid. But he had the silence here, so he was able to play the threat. I can either go for Doomsayer Frost Nova here, or if I play the Anima Golem, like he would be. I don't know. He's going to face anyway. He may even run a freezing trap, so there's no way we play the Anima Golem here. We could the counter spell has some value, because if he goes for a really if he goes for a really all-in play, we can just counter his kill command. So, and if he goes for some kind of unleash, juggler of unleash, we have some value with countering his unleash. So just trading with one creature and play the counter spell when we can. The Doomsayer Frost Nova was not that amazing here, but it prevents him to play the Lion King, but at the same time he had like 2 remaining 2/2. I prefer to play the counter spell because I was feeling like some unleash or thing like this, and here I can just like here the Doomsayer Frost Nova is really awesome, because now I can just deal with the Lion King with him not having attacking on even once, and here at the same time he can't play boom, so it's slightly better than playing the before. So he may add quick shot plus kill command, but with the counter spell that we play the turn after, then we have a crazy Doomsayer here, because if he had the Dr. Boom in hand, he's just totally wrecked. And it's perfect, because now we can play we can start playing a War Molten, or we can just wait an extra turn, depends on how we want to play it, aggressively or defensively. We can so here we can either Giant plus heal bot, we are at 20, so no way for him to lethal us, and then the turn after we can echo as usual, plus drawing plus echo. We can also draw plus just playing giant, and maybe having a duplicate that we can coin with the giant. It's also a possibility, but it's a bit greedy, I would say. The Anima Golem can't really be played, so just going for the draw, because we can still afford to, like, we are not in danger of dying too soon. And here we can either play the heal bot or play the taunt plus the giant. Here I just choose to play the heal bot because he may goes for the trade and lose his beast, and at the same time next turn I can just go for he may not have that crazy board, and then I can play my Molten plus Eco plus Century, and it would be hard for him to deal with. So it's like it's hybrid enter with Horse Rider plus the Iman. Yeah, will you kill it? Like, I could get a, like, he might fear it's a duplicate, so maybe he won't kill it. So putting us at 10 HP, and now the best time you can play, the best time is to play your Molten for the war. Sometimes I could have played them the turn before, but I wanted really a crazy value with it. And now, as usual, I played my Molten. I can play my Echo of Medivh to get like a crazy value. I can also wait a bit more, like playing the second heal bot plus taunting the giant, which is a possibility. But I could also giant plus the Anima Golem, which would be a really aggressive start. Um, there's um, there's a lot of line of play here, but being able to get an extra heal bot plus taunting the giant, plus I can still ping the 2-1 plus trade in the knife juggler is really the best way to do it. And I can even, and here with the taunting of the giant on the giant, I can also get an extra giant when he will trade in this, because he may kill command one of the giant or enters mark hit, but then I just have a new 8-8 giant directly on the board. And when you have a heal bot plus the Molten Giant on the board, it's for sure you have to Echo of Medivh, because that's the best time to get the most value from it. So here it goes all in. So want to remove as much as board as possible, and to try to lethal like us in force us to maybe trade. And but he knows also we have the heal bot in hand, so really tough for him to come back from here. He didn't manage to kill our A2, so here we just have to trade with the board. It's for sure. That's for sure. I would say maybe a snake trap and explosive trap, or explosive and bear trap, or freezing trap. There's a lot of possibility when you're playing against hybrids. So no freezing trap, no snake trap. So yeah, we can play our Anima Golem, because now we have three creatures. We are sure that this guy will stay alive. And we play another duplicate to get the extra giant. Here we are not forced to play the heal bot, because I just want to make sure that even if he kills it and has some comebacks, we have so many creatures that he can't deal with. Like we are forced with 2 extra giant to have lethal with them next turn, and we can just he won't have lethal next turn with this, and we can just play our giant, then double heal bot, and he's just totally wrecked. So here, yeah, it just put us at 4, like, yeah, you're next to dying, but no, no, dude. Of course, killing the doggy just to prevent like some kill command, but even with the kill command, with the all that heal in my hand, I can die here. So I attack first, because I don't want to. I like here. Yeah. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I could have attacked first just to. Yeah, it's not. Was like, is it a snipe? But no, it's not a snipe. Yeah, here in fact I could have attack first, and then play all my giant, then play double heal bot, go back to 18, and no way for him to come back. So here we go. This is the final game that I'm going to show you in this series of gameplay on the Echo Fake Mage. I think I've shown enough of hunters. The most interesting matchups are against Enlock, Control Warriors, Druid, because that's the most difficult. And here come the final boss, the Warrior. It's either Grim or Control Warrior, but they are mainly Control Warrior at this moment. So you mulligan for Authorisan, Duplicate, Mad Scientist, Unstable. Here I will just keep the Mad Scientist. Yeah, I get almost the same end, a bit bad. Just passing. So we've got for the moment we just have the Mad Scientist, which is good in our hand. We really need to get Torithan. If you don't get Torithan, this game you will in fact you will need to play a crazy giant turn and hoping for no brawls to come back. This is the only way you can come back. But like, if you mulligan well, if you manage to stall a bit the game with the Doomsayer Frost Nova, even if they can get sometimes executed or stuff like that, you can stall a bit the game and like go in your 21st card and hope you get your Thorisan, your Molten, and make a kind of comeback with the or several ball clear with your deck to avoid having your block pop too soon and not having any answers for the big legendaries. And you still you have also have two polymorphs in this deck to deal with the boom Isera, Gromash, Ragnaros, and big guys like this. So here we have the duplicate, so no need of of course we don't play we can play the duplicate, so we just pink face, nothing to do else. Maybe faking the freeze mage. He's going for an aggressive start here with the. You may think that it's like it's a freeze mage, or it's maybe a green patron, but still we are kind of okay with this play because it's Taskmaster is one thing that can trigger and execute, so he may lack of this later on, and so we just have to wait and for our turn 6 playing Tarithan, which is for the moment we have like nearly the best start against a control warrior, because for sure he's going to remove this guy. The only thing that can wreck us if he had the coin and then Sylvanas plus Shield Slam. If he does this, you nearly lose the game because he got a free Tarithan. Then you don't have any value with your secrets. You're just completely destroyed. That's the only thing that can really punishes you in the early game when you make this great start. But here, just go for the trades. Gives us two other Tarithan that we are going to play next turn. So you play Tarithan. You at the same time you want to force him to use his removal on your Tarithan because you don't even care about Tarithan because each time you play it you have directly your value at the end of the turn. Here I would have played the Tarithan, but with the Flame Strike it's a nice ball clear. It removes a 5/4 that can trade in one turn with the Tarithan and an Armor Smith, which is a bit annoying because the game can go sometimes to fatigue, but this game won't go to fatigue the way he plays it. Like we are already at 15. Like he is really aggressive, and here we can either play the heal bot like to be super safe and not having our block pop with the Gromash, but he has like 5 cards in hand. He hasn't draw from the beginning, so I'm like no way he can have Gromash. Sorry, and if he has Gromash then I can heal and then Doomseer Frost Nova, so and I have still a taunt, so I'm not like super bad, but of course it would have been bad. So here he top deck the exec for our second Tarithan. We are at 10, so technically if we had mulligan for the Molten it would have been good, but who can guess that you have to mulligan for Molten when you play on the against those kind of control warriors. So here I just expand my secrets, make the trades a bit awkward because Tarithan is always boring to let alive. And like at this point he might know that we are Echo Mage, but he's like so he's like so close to lethal and to pop the block that he might go for it. Okay, so he revenge, and then I don't think he has lethal this turn, or with 6 no cards can do this. So we got another duplicate on Tarithan. So here this is when you duplicate 2 times Tarithan, you have to use your echo on your giant, because then you don't have any duplicate for your giant. So you have like to play the Molten Giant plus effigy, or double Molten plus echo and play your effigy just to make sure you have a really great value against him. But at the same time, he doesn't have so much card in his hand, even with the Acolyte, because he went for a really aggressive start and expanding all the way on the board, not playing really conservatively. And here I forgot about this 5/3 that destroy randomly one of your creatures. Like at the beginning of the turn I was like I don't ping because it will destroy mine, but I forgot at the end. So hopefully it doesn't destroy Tarithan. Like be careful about this guy if you have it from an effigy. Okay, the Shield Slam is really okay because it's another Shield Slam that won't go on my Molten Giant or Extraza. And here he can like he didn't like here he was a bit forced to do this because if he goes phase then he popped the block at 13, which is really bad for him. And so we have an extra turn. We also have an extra ice block in hand, so it's okay. He could like he just used one shield slam just before. That was really great because now he's missing. He may miss lack of one shield slam for the Doomsayer. He can have slam exec, which is a possibility, or or just weapon plus attack in the Doomsayer to. Okay, so here yeah, he popped the blocks. He pops the block, but he may need to remove the Doomsayer, so he goes for the 50-50 brawl, and he loses his brawl. So here we have a taunt. We have no heal, but we have a taunt and we have the ice block. After this brawl, we can feel more safe about committing a little more on the board. So playing one giant. Of course, we play the ice block because even with a taunt, he can still use bash on our face, and then we just lose. We just lose stupidly. So just always keep in mind that he might have like he can also have Baron Geddon that can inflict 2 damages and the bash which can inflict 2 damages. So here, like playing super safe, he just used Grommash. We have the 2 creatures taunt, and we got the. Of course, it's the perfect time to make an eco, so that even if he brawls, then we have a backup end with 3. I mean, yeah, 3 nice creatures. When you play a giant against control warrior, always set up effigy, duplicate, or echo first, because if you have to wait the other giant, which can be at the bottom of your deck, you can lose. Also here he got the second ball, so he was this guy was lucky with his draw, and we got also lucky on the brawl, like 1 chance on 3, so that's not that crazy luck. And here, after seeing the second ball, we are like super safe on playing all our threats. So just running with the sludge, expanding on the board, and then we can taunt again, playing Thorisan, playing the water elemental, and like we have here 35 damage hit, I think, with the hero power on the board. So it's 2-turn lethal. No more brawls for him, so he could like execute BGH. We still have 26 damages on the board, more than 20 damages on the board. So really hard for him to deal with this board with him not having the brawls. So sometimes like this when you play and you commit on the board with the board, if you have the echo, you don't even feel the brawl, and so here you can just trade with the 2-3, and we don't even need to trade this board because we are not going to be punished if he brawls and have his like 1-4 is 5-5 remaining because no more balls, so we can just freeze the board and go face, and next turn we have the lethal. So that's the play. When you have the Frost Nova, you can it's either you play Frost Nova defensively when you want to kill creatures with the Doomsayer, or you just play offensively and go for the kill. And here he can't even attack next turn. He's at 14 and he is facing like 40 damages on the board. And apart from a random Deathwing here, nothing can destroy us. And even the Deathwing, we have the Polymorph still, but we would need to top deck it. But come on, no one plays Deathwing in Control Royale apart from one guy on 35, and here is the win. So here, as you saw, sometimes when the warrior plays it aggressively, the mortar are even good at the beginning. So when this case happens, just make sure that you have always a backup molten in hand, that you can, even with the brawl, even if you saw one brawl, just think of the second brawl because it can come quickly and then just destroy your plan. So always have something late to play just the turn after. And yeah, that was a different game with Control Warrior from the Control Warrior games that I showed you before. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is the I think the last commentary I will make on the Echo Fake Mage because I made a lot of. And if you have any questions on the deck or on particular matchup that you struggle with, just feel free to ask me questions in the comments here on YouTube or on the Hearthstone website or even on Battle.net. I will answer them gladly. Bye guys.